Welcome viewers, please like, comment and subscribe. While the scrutiny levied in opposition to Meghan is infrequently a shock these days, the truth that this piece so outwardly describes the wish to see damage carried out to her is a frightening actuality of the instances we're in, writes Lee Sinclair. During an episode of Netflix docu-series Harry and Meghan, I used to be struck by means of one scene in specific, the place Meghan described how she feared for her life. Meghan was once visibly emotional as she tearfully opened up about the onslaught of dying threats she's confronted for certainly present, and how this, in turn, has made her worry for her existence, and these round her. "You are making humans desire to kill me," she said. "It's now not simply a tabloid. It's no longer simply some story. You are making me scared." Despite her candidness, honesty and the trails of newspaper and journal articles that shows simply how a good deal online abuse Meghan has had to face over the years. Her words, like these of many ladies and especially ladies of coloration, have been performed down and criticized, in addition amplifying simply how a collective disdain for the Sussexes has made some human beings blind to the dangers they face, and that's been in addition intensified by using Jeremy Clarkson. The former Top Gear host wrote a column for The Sun in which he mentioned his hatred for Meghan in a way that is in reality undeniable. Declaring that he hates her, Clarkson wrote that at night, he dreamed of the day when she is made to parade bare via the streets of each city in Britain, whilst the crowds chant, "Shame," and throw lumps of excrement at her. This outlandish remark used to be accompanied by way of claims that everyone who's my age thinks the identical way, whilst additionally claiming that Meghan has her arm so a long way up his Harry's bottom, she can use her fingers to alter his facial expressions. As I study Clarkson's op-ed, one issue got here to mind. Possibly now, humans who are in denial of the true hatred and risk Meghan faces can see daring and loudly simply how correct it is. Clarkson's phrases are solely a reflection of what some really consider, and in particular, the bizarre obsession some guys have with visualizing and seeing damage carried out to girls simply due to the fact they don't specially like them. In a month that is considered a study, the demanding small print at the back of the homicide of Zara Helena and the launch of the Killed Women marketing campaign to get justice for female and ladies who have been victims of male-based violence, Clarkson's clear romanticism of seeing Meghan publicly shamed and harmed is shocking. It's a reflection of the on-foot contradiction regularly exhibited with the aid of this country, and the media in particular, the place we can speak about defending female and ladies in one breath, whilst an article publicly bullying, shaming and inciting doable damage to a girl can be shared in the subsequent, and it's time that we actually addressed simply how flippant and unsafe this is. Incel way of life prospers on phrases and rhetorics that are shared online and are allowed to thrive till they end result in actual damage, and even if Clarkson's feedback are hyperbolic, these phrases can nonetheless have an effect and similarly gasoline the hatred Meghan faces, and for that reason the chance to. Platforming commentary like this can go way past phrases in a newspaper or hits on a website, as Meghan cited in her document series. They can have real-life repercussions and can similarly incite hatred from these who dislike Meghan, and equally, they can have an effect on the wellness of a lady who has publicly mentioned her fears of dying threats and the way her intellectual fitness has been negatively affected as an end result, and pretty frankly, she doesn't deserve it. This pariah narrative, which has accompanied Meghan due to the fact that her relationship with Prince Harry used to be made public in 2016, is one that desires to come to an end. She isn't a man or woman who has triggered true injury to someone. She's a character who is identifying to stay her reality and now not play to the social regulations of preserving quiet. That on my own is what receives these people's backs up. That now not solely does this biracial girl dare to exist in a house she shouldn't be in, however, she made an energetic preference to depart and to depart it with her head held excessive and her household.